Good morning, children. I'm Suresh sir here. I hope you all remember me still. And so far, already you have attended 2 classes of the upcoming 10th lessons. And the very first one was altitude is altitude. In this particular lesson, the character whom we are getting introduced is Mr. Nick Vujicic. He is an Australian evangelical Christian and a motivational speaker. Now you will be wondering what is the speciality of this person. Nick was born without arms and legs. You will find a particular word here, torso, T-O-R-S-O. Torso means a person born without anything, that is no hands and no legs. In this, today you would have already listened to the lesson. I just want to give you a summary to recap what you have studied. As I told you, Nick Vujicic is an Australian evangelical Christian and a motivational speaker. He is 26 years old. A brave person who plays football and golf, swims and surf. Surfing means in the oceans you would have seen, standing on the surfboard and along with the waves, he moves. But here you have to understand that he does all that despite having no limbs. He was born with a rare occurrence. Rare occurrence means born with a rare sickness or a disability called phocomelia. The disorder characterized by the absence of limbs. Phocomelia means the disorder characterized by the absence of limbs. When Nick was born, his father was so shocked that he left the place to vomit. Because as a newborn baby, the mother and the father could not accept because he was just a piece of meat lying down near the mother. The very first instant, his father ran away and just vomited. His mother too was greatly worried and depressed because she was a nurse itself. So as you know, a nurse, how much careful she will be during her pregnancy. Even after doing all of that, she gave birth a piece of meat. His parents did their best to make him independent, but initially they were very much worried. But later stages, they balanced their minds because it's a boy born there and they started supporting him, making him independent. Normally, you know, disabled persons always require somebody to help them. And when we see people with a disability, automatically we will feel a sympathy towards them. But actually, those disabled people, what they require is not sympathy, but treat them equally as one among you. That itself is a positive sign for those people. Here, Nick's parents did the same thing. And to talk about his father, Nick's father was a computer programmer and he taught his little son how to type with his toe because he know already he doesn't have hands. A small toe is there and he was only just 6 years old at that time. His mother also played her role by inventing a special plastic device which made him hold a pen and a pencil. Something created by the mother so that the child can hold a pencil or pen. In spite of risk of bullying in the sense You know, a character like that, a person like that, when he goes to a normal school, what will happen? The public or the students, other students, will start making fun of him, taking unwanted fights because they know that he cannot do anything. Even the parents were very clear about it. But what they did, Nick's parents decided to send him to mainstream school, that is regular school. Mainstream means regular school, which he thought was the best decision. Initially, Nick was worried because the other students were they're able to walk, participate in everything. Imagine a student like that without limbs. Initially, he was finding it difficult, and even he was bullied also. But later stages, because of his intelligence, the teachers loved him, or the students loved him, and gave him more inspiration, and that gave a real positive energy to Nick. When Nick was 8 years old, he was depressed that he wanted to kill himself. Even though the students and teachers were supporting him, heart of heart he was feeling, automatically feel that why I am born like this, why did God give me a birth like this? He was still not confident that he will be able to do wonders. But so he decided to end his life. So that particular moment, he had hated God for what he had done to him. He was blaming God for giving a birth like that. He was terrified to think of his condition when his parents were not there. The main mental stigma was, he was wondering, now I have my parents to support me. What will happen to me once my parents are dead and gone? Who is there for me? The whole society will turn against me. I'll be left alone. So it is better that I go first. I finish my life. Though he would brush his teeth and wash his hair, there were many impossible tasks for him. Yes. You can imagine having food. Somebody has to feed him. So for other things he had a dependence on somebody. So when Nick was 10, he tried to drown himself. But luckily he failed in his attempt. He tried to drown into the bathtub. They were full of water. But God's will and wish was not that. He escaped from that. He was saved from it. Anyhow, he managed to gain worldwide fame with the help of his religion, friends and family. Being an evangelical Christian, the incident what took place, he overcame that going through spiritual books, spiritual approach, which gave him a lot of peace of mind, at the same time support from his family and friends. And ultimately he became an international symbol of triumph. Triumph means success over adversity. He became very famous in the world. When Nick was 13, he was inspired by a story of a disabled man who had managed to achieve great things and help others. Once it so happened, he was going through a newspaper and he noticed a particular article about a person who was disabled, but he completely inspired others and he did a lot of great things and he was helping others. And that was the spark given to Nick Vujicic. He decided to use his life to encourage other people and give them courage and hope. He decided that to select or go to the disabled people, advise them, counsel them to take up their challenge and come in life. He decided to be thankful for what he has and never to get angry about what he doesn't have. Very particular thing I have noticed here is he decided to be thankful for what he has and never to get angry about what he doesn't have. So here what it says, we should be content of our abilities, what God has given to us. We should not worry about things which we don't have. We should be happy, we should find happiness in what we have and develop that happiness. He realized that the challenges strengthen our convictions. A person without challenges is no good to live in this world. Every day's life is a challenge for us, every moment. Overcoming the challenge with a better thinking, better approach gives you pleasure in life. And when you reach your heights, when you reach your goals, and when you turn back, there you will realize the happiness, and there you realize the result given by your positive energy and hard work. So, although Nick had a lot of girlfriends, he decided to remain a virgin until marriage. He wanted to be a pure person until marriage. And he is waiting for the right girl to get married. Somebody should come forward, and he always believes that there will be somebody in life, a girl who is born for him, and definitely that God will bring that girl to him, and he will have a good life. In 2008, he meets a character, her name is Bethany Hamilton, who had her arm bitten off by a shark when he went to Hawaii. Bethany Hamilton lost her hand because of a shark bite, because she was a surfer actually. Bethany Hamilton, the surfing master, taught him how to surf. He quickly learned how to do 360 degrees spins. The surfing thing you would have seen in advertisement, as well as if you go to foreign channels, you will find in the sea, well, especially in Australian area, they do this lot. The feat which was not done by anyone in the history of surfing, because he was the only person who can twist that complete surfing board 360 degrees. He has got good balance as he has very low center of gravity. That's a technical term, what you require in surfing. In 1990, Nick won Australian Young Citizen of the Year award for his bravery and perseverance. Nick has visited over 24 countries giving motivational speeches. In case you want to watch that, go use the YouTube. You tap Nick Vujicic motivational speech, you'll be able to know how he does it among thousands of people. Nick advises others that they should go to finish strong. They should not cut off in the middle. They should complete the task or the challenge that they have taken. He asked everyone to try again and again to achieve success. In the very first attempt, we may not get success, especially in life. So failures are the steps towards success. So according to Nick always says, once you fail, don't brood on that failure. Keep on going, keep on trying several times. Ultimately, you will win success. Because a failure provides you a time to think what went wrong or what did I do to correct yourself. This is what the main basic of this lesson. It is not even Nick Vujicic. In your own villages, in your own towns, you would have seen a lot of disabled people who is doing extremely well in life. You can see blind people working in heavy industries, especially cutting leads. Imagine a person with eyesight makes a mistake, but those people doesn't do it because God has given him a particular strength. This is what we have to realize. That means self-realization. Every man, every human being is born with a special talent inside him, which we have to realize it and work forward. And let this lesson be a great motivation. And the same thing referred to Sudha Chandran, Stephen Hawkins. A lot of big people are there, a lot of people are there. You can refer to those and you can feel how they worked hard to achieve these goals and how we remember all of them even now. I hope you understood this, the summary, and thank you very much. Thank you.